The gates of hell are open night and day. Smooth is the descent, and easy is the way. But to come back from hell and view the cheerful skies, in this, the task and mighty labor lies. Folks, Fellavision 36, Gladiator 2, bitch. That's the whole title, Gladiator 2, bitch.
Gladiator 2, bitch. I remember seeing that on the poster and being like, really?
Yeah, this is my most anticipated film of the year, I will say.
Really?
I'm a Gladiator bull, dude. I love me some Gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into that later. But yeah, so 36, we're talking about Gladiator 2. We're going to spoil it just like we do every time. This time, I promise we'll talk more about the movie.
A lot more to talk about here.
Well, we'll try.
Well, we're at least going to talk more about Gladiator.
We like the type of people that are
yeah.
Gladiator. Anyway,
real sword and sandals.
Before we get there, though, folks, the classic catch-up. My boy's cracking open a crisp Canada Dry. Is that just a seltz, dude?
Plain seltz, yeah, of course.
Wow, dude. I don't know about drinking Canada Dry seltzer, dude.
No, I do it all the time. It's definitely one of the value seltzers.
It's a great price point.
I don't
need a flav.
Did he just shit on you by saying it was value, or is he saying it's worth the value?
I don't care, dude. Tharp can't even be bothered to accept the collab post on the Instagram for the.
Dude, yeah. What was that?
What was this?
Bryan collab posted the last clip, dude. Now he's gonna pretend. That's crazy.
I'm actually kind of like Boomer Energy because I didn't.
You didn't accept the collab, dude.
Did it say deny?
Fellavision and Mopey Mule and Full of Flames. With one guy being too cool to accept the collab.
He didn't want it on his main, dude.
Dirt.
He didn't want it on his main.
Which one was it? It was it was just a
too millennial coded to be bothered with the worried about the grid.
I went up in there. Oh, it was on the grid. Oh yeah, I literally posting to the grid is like, I literally hype myself up, saying, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna fuck up the grid, and then the grid stays the same. Even now that there's pinning, I hate the way that the pin looks. But I want to keep my grid looking good.
Shout out to the grid.
Dude, I'm a slave to the grid.
But yeah, shout out to you not accepting our fucking Instagram. I know that you know what we're talking about, and you pretending like you don't is insulting. Say that.
This is my attempt at an Oscar performance, Too cool for school.
Well, while you've been too cool to accept our Instagram post, what else has been up, dude?
What else has been up? I've been just I had a battery die on me at the Apple or on my computer, so I've been computerless for a few days. I just got it back.
Just disconnected from
and then Apple wiped my shit, and I was just like, just give me a whole
last butt.
Yeah, they wiped my shit from my butt. But they gave me back the same old dirty computer screen, but gave me all new guts. And so now I'm just rebuilding my computer because I didn't back it up for 6 months.
Okay. So wait, so you have a full-ass new computer?
I mean, it's a motherboard and everything is like fucking changed out.
Dude. Pretty nice.
But they left the fucking screen. I wish I would have just gotten a whole new fucking joint. It would have been sick.
Dude, it is sick to get a new fucking piece of tech.
Oh, I love it.
Imagine, dude, I can't. By the way, Black fucking Friday is coming. By the time this came out,
you already bought a TV.
Go ahead and comment. Yeah, go ahead and comment what you fucking bought on Black Friday.
This comes
the 30 of you.
This comes out on Terrible Tuesday when everyone looks at their bank account from their Cyber Monday.
What type of shit are y'all gonna buy?
I don't know. I'm only buying sneakers. I've already bought one pair and then had them send back my money, so now I got to find another pair to buy.
I am in the market for a new TV.
Oh hell, dude. This is the exact time of year.
I know.
All right.
Are you going Sony Bravia?
You got to go fucking flagship product for sure.
You got to go flagship.
Yeah. JP, how big is your TV?
That is a 75-incher.
It looks quite large on your wall, and I was
wait, are you
doing
trying to
the comparison
dog me right now?
No,
like too large.
I'm not gonna value seltzer you, dude. We've already been doing enough of this. No,
my TV's perfectly sized, dude.
Well, no. What I'm trying, I'm not trying to dog or mog anyone.
Mog this guy.
I was in Best Buy meandering around, and then I was basically just trying to figure out how far away my couch is from the TV, and like just kind of standing there because I saw the 75. I was like, this looks really big. Your TV, in comparison to the Best Buy ones, I was like, he must have like a 90-inch television or something like that.
No, it's a 75er.
I remember it took you
85.
like three. Yeah, but it took you like 3 cars to get over there. You had to like go to New Jersey to go to Best Buy.
I had to take a I don't know if what's the right word for a vehicle that carries wheelchairs. I don't want, I said a little bit too much spicy shit on the last episode. I'm trying to
Yeah,
be
wait, what
safe.
did they call that?
Like what?
Yeah, like, well, I don't know. I'm going to try also to be safe during this one. We're talking about one of the emperors. I'll be trying to also be safe. Let me just break down my Black Friday list to you guys.
We're going on shopping.
A few of these
here.
I've already copped. Tommy John's, some undies. I got 12 of those fucking things. With the hammock, so it cup. You know about that? They got the type of underwear that cups your sack so it doesn't stick to your leg and no chafing. You guys know about those?
I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Banana hammock.
I got 12 of those coming. So I'm tossing out some old undies. A pair of Wallabies. Yes, I already bought a pair of Wallabies a few weeks ago, but I got another pair because they're 40% off. And the other ones are $3.16. These are classic boys, Clarks. All right, then I got a battery bank, Anchor battery bank. Already bought those. These
Was that on the
things
list?
are already copped.
This
That
is
was on the list. Dude, it's on the list. Checked off
Okay.
as well.
How many
And then-
Anchor battery blocks do you fucking have?
I got a few.
I was gonna say,
I'm a battery kind of guy. I like to
I
have
have
juice.
5 dead at once.
I love
always.
juice. Oh, yeah, they're never charged.
Yeah, they're never charged.
why I buy
I'm
another
checking
one.
every single one, and they're all like blinking light. Like here's that 20% that you need.
All right, I'm going to rapid fire these, except for the first one, because I'm getting boots, folks. I got 2 different types of boots I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get a nice zip Chelsea, and I'm also trying to get some Blundies. Boom. Art prints, done. Gloves, some nice ones. A rain jacket, maybe a suitcase. A black barber jacket, Ashby preferably. Some Bomba socks. Some made in U.S. New Balance. I don't think they're going on sale, though, because the shit's already up, goddammit. A floor lamp, Herman Miller preferably. An Easy Plant. You guys know Easy Plant? EasyPlant.com, no free ads. A PS5 controller. I keep breaking those fucking things. And then Nike Metcons, which I already bought, actually, so I have to check that off. Boom.
Brian, can you Photoshop JP onto a Santa for that bit? So he's just reading off his entire Christmas list to a Santa.
Yeah, that really is. If you think about it, Black Friday is the adult version of Christmas. You're like making a list for yourself and just getting it for yourself.
And this guy's literally checking it twice.
I did check. I've checked it more than twice, dude. Every night around 2 a.m., I'm like, let me buy this right now. Oh, I got to write this down. Anyway, Brian, what's up with you, dude? That's my Black Friday list.
Having a Black Friday list like that is an
Sick.
absolutely insane thing.
It's like a year-long list.
Wow, dude.
No, I mean it's just the point of like where we are in different echelons.
You got to cop gear sometimes.
Sometimes
The best time of the year to do it. Obviously.
That's true. Yeah. I'm not trying to mog or doggy once again.
Don't mog dog
happy
me,
that
dude.
I'm happy that you're getting some stuff. Your voice sounds a little scratchy.
You
Yeah.
fucking monster. Does it really? Is
I
it
was
noticeable?
I was literally gonna that was like I thought your bit that you were gonna talk about is how you
You just
recorded.
mog-dogged me, dude. You said you weren't going to, and then you immediately mog-dogged me.
Yeah,
I don't know,
value
it sounds a
throats,
little
man.
raspy. What
You
were
want to
we
know
doing
why,
last
dude?
night?
You want to know why, dude? Because was I recording the best hardcore demo of 2025? No, but was I recording one? Yeah, we got a fucking hardcore demo coming out.
I literally thought
shit.
you were sick for the first 3 minutes, and I was like,
No, dude,
actually, no, he recorded yesterday.
I
This
went
makes a lot of sense.
balls to the wall yesterday in Jack Dawson's studio, hair on fire type shit. Going crazy. I had my homie Dylan Dente, shout out to the homie, came and did a couple parts. Hardcore in 2025 and late 2024, it's all about features and parts. Homies have to
Hardcore
come
lives.
on and do different types of shit on your record for it to be good.
For it to be good. Yeah.
And unfortunately, we just have one.
Okay. Well, it's just a demo. We're not even at the EP yet. So.
Brian, I mean, it's not done yet. You want to throw a couple lines on that sucker?
I think Tharp should be the one to do it. I remember
Well, he's
when
on
we
the
were
he's
doing
on the
demo.
OG.
Yeah,
demo.
I was on the demo.
That's the pre-demo demo.
Yeah.
Where you say the
Recorded
word,
here.
I'll scream whenever I need to.
Yeah.
I got a lot of shit to say.
Maybe I'll send you the sesh and you can.
He's
pick
got
a
some.
line.
He's got some My Fiction's B-sides that too hot for the record.
And you know what, boys? I'm gonna drop the band name here right on pod.
Oh,
Shit,
Lord.
First time this is a premiere, and I'm locking it in so they can't change it on me again.
Again.
Let me break down the journey for you guys, and you'll know by the demo that this is what I wanted the band name to be, and I got usurped. But I said it as many times in the demo as I could anyway, and that name is Illumination Rounds. Just let me get a gut check on that from B-Boys.
Illumination Rounds.
Yeah, doesn't like it. Brian,
It's a little.
fuck you guys. All right, listen, that's a sick band name. It's also, look it up.
What does it
Michael
mean?
Herr is the author of this essay. great essay
essay?
about the Vietnam War, the atrocities of war, folks. But instead, I chose a different name,
Okay.
the name that will stick this time. Folks, be on the lookout for the #1 demo of the year from the band Fixed Game.
Yeah, that's
Fixed Game
way
is a
better.
much
He
better
likes it
name.
more.
Much better. Gut check.
Do you want to
Checks
know why?
out.
Because life is a fixed fucking game.
Mm.
All these
You know what is
pricks
also a
holding us
good band
down.
name is Gut Check.
Gut check is that. I also was like, listen, I was trying to throw out a stupid name to make them choose Illumination Rounds. I was like, it's either Illumination Rounds or it's Tarzan.
Gut check on Tarzan. I'm liking it.
Tarzan's fire, right? Dude, Tarzan's definitely like the biggest beatdown band. And I was just like gonna do different type of monkey noises, different oohs and shit.
This sounds like a recipe for success.
I know.
Yeah,
maybe we
Tarzan
could do
sounds
it.
like Locking Out 2004. Fucking like
Honestly,
wild ass.
Jaguars with a Z
Yeah.
and Tarzan playing the same show.
Dude, Razzle Dazzle just played, so
They
you know.
did. It's time.
It's
maybe
time.
maybe the boys, maybe Fellavision.
I was like,
is Tarzan.
God, I hope mental era hardcore is back.
You
Well,
can bring it back.
locking out era. Locking out. I mean,
We can bring it
mental.
back for sure.
yeah.
We got any movie news? We got any entertainment news to watch the space on?
Watch the space.
That's the name of this. That's the name of this segment. Watch this space. Doesn't
Watch
really
this
make too
space.
much sense, but here we are.
Oh, speaking of space, did you guys see the fucking holding space?
That I was like,
The what?
there's something here with holding space.
What's that?
The
the
Wicked.
I've
Wicked
seen it.
thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. What does that mean? Holding space. Somebody want to say anything? What the fuck?
I didn't know that was
It's just
happening.
about people
I
singing,
can cut
holding
this out.
space. Letting them be.
I mean,
Who
I
you
like to
are.
hold some space. Give me some space, dude.
Okay, you didn't
Hold
see
some
the
space
interview
for me.
of the queer media thing? Hang on.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
He's pulling up.
Whatever it
I'm
is,
going to-
Tharp's uncomfortable with it, so it's some woke shit. Because Tharp gets uncomfortable when any type of woke shit happens. Tharp gets really
here's what I
uncomfortable.
just realized. I got two computers going on right now.
Dude,
so
I got
Oh,
two
Lord.
computers, one for the pod and one for the run for cover. Right?
Yeah.
I was just scrolling through TikTok and everyone was just talking about holding space. But then, I didn't stop.
I do appreciate being held space for. I will say
All right, we're not
that.
going to
I
hold
don't
any
know what we're
space
talking
right
about,
now. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this video of Leonardo DiCaprio ignoring a bunch of people in the hotel lobby.
Classic.
but I'm not seeing it, dude.
That's Leonardo DiCaprio on the phone, pretending to be on the phone, walking past the entire staff in the hotel in Fiji, doing a song and dance for him as a sign of respect. And they felt humiliated that he didn't appreciate the gesture.
Did he know it was for him?
Yeah, if you look at him,
he's the only guy that they're
ignoring-
singing at.
Holy shit.
There's 30 people in the lobby just like sitting there and singing.
Nah, fuck that. Don't put me on the spot like that. I appreciate
He's
that
walking
even
out with
more
his
now.
fucking
like-
16-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, he's on the. Yeah. he's
This
on
is
his
like
way
a
to the
happy
school.
birthday at the restaurant. This is not what you want. Like, just the entire restaurant banging pots and pans and shit like that. You don't want that.
Yeah,
And
get
you
me
don't
the
want the
fuck outta
hotel
there.
staff.
I bet he
singing
went
to a
through the
song
back
and
door from that day forward in that resort.
He just left and never came back.
How about
he
how
just
about,
never came back.
What if that's like the third time they did that shit to him? Every time he leaves his hotel, they have like a full production.
Yeah. They just try a different song. They're like, he'll eventually like it. I love just like beating a bit to death and then like.
Oh, I don't know
eventually-
anything about that. I've never done that before.
That's how you know it's good.
Maybe he likes Defying Gravity more.
Maybe.
So you guys don't want to see Wicked? Is what I'm gathering?
I've warmed up to it. I kind of was sad that I didn't book tickets sooner. I was just like, no one's gonna see this fucking movie, and then now everyone's going fucking nuts for it.
I mean, I absolutely want to see it. It's just crazy in the city. You can't see it.
Well, we
Really?
should have booked earlier.
Every AMC, like almost every screen is showing it right now,
That's wild.
and they're all sold out. It's
Yeah,
fucking
everything's
wild.
been sold out, and even finding Gladiator tickets, it took until like Monday.
Yeah, sucked.
So
I'm just glad people are at the movies.
Ooh, I got some entertainment news. Y'all heard about this new Nolan project going down?
I'm hearing lots of different rumors, and I'm not sure what to believe.
It's like a star-studded cast. Pull this shit up because I don't have the list in my head, but I know Tom Holland's in that shit, Zendaya's in that shit, some other fuckers. There's a
Somebody
bunch of
else
fools.
big is in it.
Robert Pattinson is in it.
Robert Pattinson is the one that I was thinking.
There's more crazy people than that, and I don't remember. all of
Crazy
them.
people.
Is this?
It's like star-studded ass Christopher Nolan movie.
Is this really gonna be a 1920s vampire movie?
I heard that was bullshit.
Okay, that's what I've been hearing, and I'm like,
Blue Thunder remake is the current top running.
oh, that's
rumor.
that like helicopter.
Yep.
Movie.
That's right.
Christopher Nolan's stacked cast for his next movie includes Charlize Theron, Tom Holland, and more.
Hell yeah.
And
I got to
more.
read some advertisements in order to keep the podcast
Yeah,
going.
scroll down somewhere. Yeah.
I'm just going down this list. We got Matt Damon with a goatee. Well, hold up.
Matt Damon,
Hold
that's
Matt
up.
Damon's gonna be in it.
Damon and
Hold
Holland.
up.
Bringing him back from Oppenheimer.
Look at this shit, bro. He's got look at this little facial hair on Matt Damon. Entering a new era.
Let's see it.
Trying to
He does
kill
look
the twink
sophisticated.
inside him.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. His face looks more angular. That's a nice
He's good.
shape on that goatee, dude. He's pretty cool for that.
Yeah, I like the goatee, but then it's like kind of grown out on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he needs to cut that. But also,
No. I think it's a nice, cool look. It
No,
looks like
yeah,
he's,
I like it a little bit, a little
I
shabby.
fucking love Matt, dude.
Fucking love
I
him.
really love him, dude. He's such a great guy. I feel like
Yeah.
he is who you think he is.
He's no one else.
He's just a nice guy who knows Kevin Smith, and that's cool too.
Not just nice, but intelligent.
Yeah.
I feel like the rap on him and Ben Affleck
Yeah.
has been over the past couple of years like, oh, they're like, dumbasses who love to drink Dunkin' Donuts. And
You ever seen Good Will Hunting? You fucking idiots. They are Dunkin' boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, any thinking man is.
Yeah.
There's been recently like clips popping up on like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that shit of like them basically like exposing like kind of like the dirty practices of like why DVDs became such a popular thing and like how it changed the industry. But then also like, I don't know, I saw Ben Affleck having a pretty like impassioned argument against like using AI and like film and stuff like that. So that's Boston Corner. Shout out to Ben Affleck.
Shout out to Benny. Shout out to you, recently divorced, very cool looking Affleck.
Yeah.
Do you want to know more of these people in this movie?
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway,
Oh, shit.
Wow.
smoking hot.
Definitely.
Lupita Nyong'o, same.
Who the fuck is that? Lupita. I like that fucking name.
She's a wild robot, dude. She's in Quiet Place Day One.
Oh,
Remember?
okay. Yeah. The newer one.
What was some of the stuff from that trailer that we watched a million times?
Yeah, I was like, I should be able to
fuck
act out
that.
that entire trailer. I'm like this.
Anti-woke joke. It's a service cat.
Yeah.
All right, what else? What else?
Robert Pattinson, smoking
Robbie.
hot.
Smoking.
And then, we've got the best Black Friday deals. IGN,
Okay, well, let's
Nintendo
get right
Switch,
into that.
PS5.
Anchor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna click this ad to make my computer start melting even more. No, let's switch gears a little bit to this link I sent you guys. This is Real Updates on Twitter reporting Gladiator 2 cinematographer Ridley Scott has changed, is now
Oh.
lazy and rushes to get things done.
Who said
Now-
this?
This is the cinematographer.
Yes.
Wow,
This
that's
is
his
the guy.
boy.
Yeah, and this is the guy
John
who shot
Matheson.
the OG Gladiator and Saving Private Ryan.
Look at his fucking
Yes.
hat, though. This guy's a. Look at his
That
Whoa,
fucking
whoa,
hat.
whoa, whoa, it's a cool hat.
That little tassel is awful. Did he just graduate? What is going on?
Holy shit. Dude.
Actually, this is
Nah,
some Wizarding
I'm
World shit.
This guy sucks. Ridley saw this hat and was like, fuck this guy. I'm going to make his job
Yeah.
hard.
I think maybe he saw he saw them making fun of his hat on Matchstick
It's like,
Men.
you've changed, bro.
In a podcast interview, he claims that Scott has become lazy and rushes to get things done.
Well,
He further adds that Scott's current approach has negatively impacted the quality of his recent films, including their look and feel.
Well, the thing is that now he's shooting.
Maybe.
He's shooting 8 and 12 camera shots. Like, this is like an unheard of thing, and he's done this since I guess he started building more and more up until Napoleon, and now he's just.
So this dude's just pissed he has to do more.
Well, yeah,
work.
he's just like literally doing a 3 camera shot is fucking insane. Like on a real
Yeah, here
movie.
we are.
But like lighting and shit like that is really difficult to do when there's 3 cameras, and then he's doing 8 because he's doing multiple close-ups, moving shots, and he's also covering up the cameras, like dressing them to make them look like set. So it's like kind
How
of.
can you rush that?
Well, he likes to be done. Like he likes to just do a take, and then he's like, okay, well we got 16 versions of it, so we're good to go. Moving on.
That's
Okay.
fucking insane.
Yeah, Gladiator. Apparently, they did it in 51 days. They wanted to do it in 57, and he did it in
Gladiator 2, you mean?
Gladiator 2, yeah.
That is fucking crazy. Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah, I was like, they broke it up at the end there, and I was like, they shot for a really long time, but it was really only 51 production days, which is
That's
like kind of
fucking crazy.
outrageous. And they built so much shit.
They probably spent most of the time doing CGI. We'll get to that later.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that's a good a segue as ever to go into this movie.
Yeah.
I just want to bring up, as we've said, Gladiator 2 was discussed in a lot of detail in the first episode of Fellavision, which came out basically just 1 year ago.
That's
December
right. Yeah. It was
1st,
in November,
So
right?
you can click right
2023.
here.
We've been doing this shit for
And
a year,
man, what-
boys.
no, oh shit, that's crazy. It was
more
around
than a year
Thanksgiving.
with the unreleased episodes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
dude.
'cause-
Yeah, because we did the fucking Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god,
I'm
we
trying
made
to
him
think of
dress
the
as a
unreleased
turkey.
ones that we haven't
Oh yeah.
that we didn't drop.
Wow.
Maybe we should drop a clip of the turkey.
Yeah, I
on
definitely think
Thanksgiving.
that.
Holdovers.
Holdovers,
Did we not
right?
release holdovers?
No.
No.
Wow.
We're gonna hold it over.
I remember producer slash singer Andy.
Singer, poet.
He said some weird shit at the end of it, and it kind of fucked up the vibe.
I don't remember that, but that fucking
That was not
rocks.
going to be our strongest episode.
Yeah, and then we did Five Nights at Freddy's too.
Oh
That
man.
was the first one
we
we
were-
did.
Yeah, we were doing test episodes. We were like, I don't think movies are good anymore.
Yeah, dude.
I literally Five Nights at Freddy's turned me off of movies.
Because
I
it was
like-
around Halloween.
Yeah,
That's
it was just
oh my
really
God.
bad.
We've been doing this shit for a year. Look at us. That's fucking right. You guys thought we wouldn't make it? We have 50 viewers now. Okay.
There was a time we had 100.
Yeah.
We have 50 viewers. We have a 66% acceptance rate on collab invites.
Yeah.
Killing it.
Boom, roasted. But yeah, Gladiator 2. We're talking sequel to one of the best movies of all time. 25 years later, right?
Yeah.
Ridley Scott comes back, directs it. Apparently, he rushes it according to fucking funny.
Well,
Hat
he's just
Guy.
trying to get it. He's just trying to get it fucking done.
We got Connie Nelson returning in a
Yeah.
role. We got Denzel Washington, king shit,
King
Paul Mescal, and then two weird looking white dudes that look like they love milk
Yeah.
and they have pink weird eyes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know their names.
Oh yeah.
Pedro Pascal's back, not back, just back in my life
just back in
as
your life.
Acacius.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Acacia strain, Acacius.
Yeah.
Incredible role for him. Very Sand Snake-esque, Game of Thrones sort of vibe to his role, or like it. Not the character, but just gave me that vibe. It was like he's in some sand snake.
I was like, I'm unfamiliar with this sand
What
snake
Game
term.
of Thrones?
Oh, I was like, I don't remember that term.
Fuck you on about, dude. But yeah, 25 years ago, the best movie came out. And then they came up with this one, and we'll talk about it.
Then they came out with this one.
But yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about here. Anybody got anything to say about it before I spill the beans?
Are
on
we
it?
talking about OG Gladiator?
Let's go into Gladiator first. Let's go into OG first.
So I rewatched Gladiator last night. I was a little apprehensive to dive back into it because I really did like it, about 20 years ago when I saw it, but I just haven't seen it since. And I was like, Gladiator, it rocks. Sometimes you go back and it doesn't rock, and it indeed fucking rocks.
That's
It's
fucking
so
right. I was about to
fucking
get
good.
pissed. You know what? I'm about to spill the beans on this because I'm excited about this movie. I'm gonna try it. I haven't seen
Were you
it.
spilling the beans on Gladiator 1?
I haven't seen it since we did Napoleon.
You haven't seen it since then?
Well, that was a year ago.
This movie is complicated.
Here we go. You ready? You think so?
I think so.
Watch this, fucker. I've seen it a million fucking times. All right, so movie opens. Boom. We got Maximus doing some war shit with his homie Marcus Aurelius, who's a god / emperor / he wrote some meditations that people still read today. He's a very influential guy. He's an influencer. He would have accepted the clip, I think, if we added him to it.
Yeah.
So Marcus and Maximus, they're like, you're fucking sick. You're fucking sick. You just won that war for me. Holy shit, my fucking son sucks ass. You're going to be the emperor. And he's like, I don't know. He's like, but check this out. Instead of being the emperor, you're just going to do it for a little bit, and then you're giving the power back to the Senate. You're going to give it back to them. And he's like, that sounds kind of sick. I will do that. And then his son, Marcus Aurelius' son, Commodus. Is that right? Or
I don't know the names.
Feels like it's Commodus.
Yeah, I don't know the names.
history, baby. Is like, fuck that. He hears about it. He's like, I'm going to fucking murk my dad for that. And then I'm going to be the Commodus. He is already. I'm going to be the emperor. And he's like, boom, you're fucking dead, dad. I'm the emperor now. Maximus, suck my dick, loser. Get the fuck out of here. He tries to kill him and his whole family. But Maximus escapes and then goes to find his family. They're all fucking dead. He's like, shit, this sucks. And he dips. I think he gets the shit kicked out of him for some reason. And then he becomes a prisoner and now he's a gladiator. And he's like, all right, I got this sick plan. I'm going to be the best fucking gladiator in the goddamn universe. And then I'm going to get so good at this shit that the whole Rome type motherfuckers are going to love me. And then that's what he does. The whole empire's like, fucking Maximus, holy shit, this guy kicks ass. And meanwhile, Commodus, being a fucking weirdo dickhead he is, everyone hates his ass. They're like, fuck this guy. And he's like, I got to do something about this. I'm going to put on some gladiator-ass games. And then they're going to be like, that was so much fucking fun. This guy kicks ass. It's kind of like Ridley Scott dropping a movie. Everyone hates him. He's like, this movie's sick. Never mind. Ridley Scott is cool. Kind of the same vibe. He's like trying to do that. And then so Maximus, being king shit, is obviously going to be at these games, starts whipping ass. All of Rome's like, this guy kicks ass. Starting to backfire on Commodus. Then he finds out it is not Maximus. Wait, that is his real name. What was his? He had some dumbass fucking gladiator name. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
Finds out that it's Maximus. He's like, fuck, this sucks. I can't kill him because
When he
all of Rome
removes
will
his
freak
hat.
out. And then he's like, but what I can do is beat the piss out of him in front of God and everybody. And he's like, but before I do that, I'm going to stab the fuck out of him so he can't fight. And then he stabs him before the fight. And then Maximus comes out. Oh, meanwhile, there's his sister, Lucilla, who's in this movie, with her son,
Lucius.
Lucilla and Lucius. Stupid. Those are real names too.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's there and she rocks with Maximus heavy. And she's like, so she's trying to help him escape so that way he can get his army and then take over and overthrow Commodus. But Commodus finds out again, and that's why he stabs his ass, and then he fights him. And they both fucking die in that fight. The end.
And they lift him up.
But Rome is like, that was fucking sick. This guy's right. We should go back to the Senate. But they both die anyway.
16 years later, here we are.
Then boom. That's where that movie ends, and that's also sort of where this movie begins.
Yes.
Dean's Part 1. I watched Gladiator 1 for the first time in like COVID, actually. I hadn't seen it. Always been on my list. I always remember Ralph Cifaretto talking about it on The Sopranos.
Hell
We
yeah.
talked about that on the Napoleon episode already, so I don't need to go into that.
Yeah.
But watched it again this week. Pretty good. Holds up.
Best Picture winner in 2000, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah,
It didn't get great critical acclaim, I will say that. So it's weird that...
I mean, I wonder what it was up against. Jane was watching it like kind of off and on with me last night, and she was like, "This movie's kind of dated. It looks like Indiana Jones." And I was like,
That's sick.
"This is the exact reason why I like this movie. It kind of has that Indiana Jones, Mummy, like that big blockbuster that like hit." And now I feel like everything like is much more like digitally looking.
Yeah,
and
it feels
kinda
like there wasn't much CGI in the first one. There was like obviously some.
Yeah, I was like, there was
But
a
not a
couple
ton.
parts I could tell, but like for the most part, everything was just fucking big and epic and just badass.
Yeah, dude. It's the
And I was just
best.
like, movies just don't feel like that anymore.
You guys want to know what Gladiator 1 went up against in Best Picture?
I would love to
yeah.
hear that.
Chocolat,
Oh
Okay.
shit! Remember that dumbass movie?
Crouching
I've never
Tiger,
actually
Hidden
seen it.
Dragon.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Fuck
That one
movie
was
shit
pretty
kicked
good.
ass.
Aaron Brockovich,
Dumb.
Traffic.
Yeah, there was
Another great one.
They really
What
should
about
have given
Harry
it
Potter?
to.
When did that shit come out? Did that not
Harry
get
Potter,
that
I think,
got a
Nominated for fucking Best Picture.
Yeah, Harry Potter for
It
Best
should
Picture.
have, dude.
What about fucking Billy Madison, dude?
Yeah, where
Yeah.
the fuck was Billy?
I
with
want to
it?
say that Harry Potter came out in like '99.
Nah.
So it was like the year or two before this.
I don't think those movies had any sort of run on any sort of critical acclaim. It's all pop bullshit. Only
Yeah.
until recently, what's his face dying? Heath Ledger dying caused them to be like, they fucking pretend movies about fantasy bullshit. They gotta nominate him.
Yeah.
They should have
for
given Harry
stuff
Potter
now.
the fucking world.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Russell Crowe, obviously in his heyday, kicking fucking ass,
Fucking
looking so
incredible.
sick, doing tight fucking shit.
Yeah. I really liked all the like surrealist weird shit that they went into this. I was like, you wouldn't think that Gladiator would just have like random music video parts for like the fights, and then like he's just like floating across the ground and then
Crouching
like
Tiger,
walking.
Hidden Dragon
Yeah,
type
like
shit.
they're doing a lot of
Oh
like
yeah, the floating part was crazy.
there's a lot of just like weird ass shit going on, and I don't know, it worked for me. I was like, I kind of liked it. I kind of wish that they had brought back some of that like stutter vision fighting or like people floating. There was a little hand touching.
Yeah.
I'll take that, but I was just like, I could use a little bit more of that kind of like otherworldly kind of shit that was going on.
Did some wheat touching, remember that
Yeah.
shit? Very
Did he
important
touch the
scene.
wheat? I fucking flipped out.
Yeah.
I was
Don't
waiting
touch the
the
wheat,
whole
dude.
time. I'm in the theater. I'm talking to Russin. I'm like, dude, I don't think he's gonna touch the wheat. There's no shot he's gonna do it. Last scene.
Let me rub on that wheat real quick.
Yeah. They were
did
literally
y'all know
obsessed with touching dirt in it, though. The new one.
picking up sand. Well, it's
Yeah.
because it's a big scene in the
I know,
OG.
but they stretched it out. A bit.
Did y'all know? So apparently, Gladiator 2 or Gladiator did so well. Apparently, they immediately started development on Gladiator 2. This was like been in development as an idea of getting it done since then. And then the first script for Gladiator 2, written by Nick Cave, wrote Gladiator 2.
They got a vampire to write the first script.
Yeah, exactly. He apparently big homies with Russell Crowe on some Australian shit.
Interesting.
And Russell Crowe gave him the nod to write the script. He did. It was like some...
Why does Russell Crowe get to like pick
'Cause
who
he's
the writer
fucking
is? Like
God,
Ridley
dude.
Scott is like the fucking guy. Like he should
I
be
like how
telling
he said
who-
Ridley Scott. He said Ridley.
Ridley.
No, I think
Ridley.
you're right. But obviously you're right because apparently he wrote some dumbass script about... Because obviously Maximus fucking dies. The main character is
Yeah.
dead. What are you going to do with it? So he's like, all right, bet. He's in the afterlife. He's going to fight a bunch of gods and shit. And then
yeah.
he's going to come back to Earth, but he's going to fight in every major war from Roman times till now. Like, he's going to be in fucking World War II. He's going to be in Vietnam. He's going to be in, like...
This
Those are
is
the only two wars I know, really. but-
Gladiator 2 is just Forrest Gump, but like a battling version. And it just so happens.
and then he
that-
fights gods, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's just in every major battle on the winning team every single time.
Nick Cave, like, I heard on a podcast talking about it, and he's like, yeah. And then, like, I gave it to Russell Crowe, asked for his thoughts, and he said, don't like it, mate. That was the only feedback he got was, don't like it, mate.
I
yeah.
saw this clip of Ridley Scott on Prometheus talking about, it's like, I figured it out, Warrior Portal. And I was like,
Dude, that's right.
I was like, don't give him the option to write the script. Anyone can write a better script than...
a Warrior Portal would be kind of nice.
I don't want to start off
Who would
with
pop through there? Hercules from the Disney movies?
Hercules.
Specifically that version?
I don't know, people from Stargate.
Some Stargate?
Some
Star
Stargate-
Wars?
Star
Darth
Wars
Vader
fools.
pops out?
One in the
And then Maximus?
and then one alien.
Nah, because that fucks up everything.
Yeah, it's all the same universe.
Okay.
The
all
real-
right,
oh, and then Harrison Ford comes through and he's like shooting people.
Some fucking Ready Player One bullshit
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
are on.
we
Is
could
there
do
a
it.
gas leak in there?
Anyway, so yeah, Gladiator 2 in production for many, many years. Nick Cave took a shot at it, didn't hit. I don't even know who the fuck wrote this one. Who wrote this one?
I
Not
don't
David
know.
Nick Cave.
Scarpa.
No, yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, that's the guy. Wasn't he involved in the first one?
I believe that's the case.
He's been in a couple of Ridley joints. Anyway,
tried and true guy.
so here we are. We're on Gladiator 2. They finally land on a script they like. They're gonna shoot this fucker in 51 days.
57, they came under.
We talked about this in Napoleon. We're like, they're gonna start production on Gladiator 2. Turns out they were just wrapping up.
And then there's also a writer's strike in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So we had
Kind of
a
obvious.
few months off. So they like banged out about 40 days and then finished up with 50 other days,
All right, I'm gonna spill.
5 other days.
We're spilling the beans on this one. So I gave you what happened on Gladiator. Now,
This is a bean heavy episode.
it's 16 years later, I think. Right?
16.
16 years later, boom, movie opens up. They're in, I think, North Africa, probably. Numidia, wherever that is. I don't have geography like that, but I feel like that might not even be a real place. Fuck
Did they
it.
write it on screen?
I'm saying this on camera, so if that is a real place, I'm fine.
Yeah, this is forever.
And there's some fool there, and he's got some crazy-ass wife and this cool-ass guy who runs the town. And he's like, the Romans are coming to fuck us up. We got to beat the piss out of these guys. And they're like, fuck, we're going to lose. But they fight anyway. Boom, they lose. They catch the white guy and then kill his wife. And white guy and main guy, who, by the way, just dies like unceremoniously. So
Yeah.
there's not much to say about him after that in the first Gladiator battle. And now, boom, he's a Gladiator too. Boom. He's Gladiator too. And then turns out that kid or the white guy is actually Lucius from the first movie, the little kid.
Right.
And actually they show that scene where Maximus dies and then his mom runs him away and says, you got to get the fuck out of here. Get on this horse. Peace out. And then now it's 16 years later and now he's reluctantly back in Rome, but he's like, I fucking hate this place. This place sucks dick because turns out after his dad died and then Maximus died and Commodus died, everyone was like, Rome's mine, bitch. And then these two little fuckers somehow come into power 16 years later. In history, their dad gave them the power. But these two little shits now run Rome when he's back, and they look fucked up. One of them
As a monkey.
One of them has a monkey and has a monkey brain. We'll say he's monkey brained. One of them is monkey brain, and the other one's like just real weird looking. And they're causing all sorts of chaos. They like different types of war shit. And so they're just fucking everything up. And he's pissed about it when he's back. He's like, this fucking place sucks dick. I hate this. But Denzel Washington is his Proximo. Proximo's from the first movie.
Yeah.
We got Denzel as Macronus in this one, being his trainer. But this guy's a little sick and twisted. He doesn't. He's a dickhead basically, and he's getting him to fight in all these fights. And then, very similar to the other movie, where am I? Okay, so Lucius is fighting these fucking fights. His name's Hanno now.
Yeah.
Same situation. He's getting the crowd fucking going. They love his ass. And then as with that comes political power. His mom realizes, oh shit, that's my son. Holy fuck. I'm going to get him escaped from jail. But he wants to kill, I forgot to mention, Pedro Pascal's character is the guy who ran the Roman army who fucked up Numidia. And he's like, that guy's fucked. I'm going to beat his ass. So that's his whole goal. So I'm going to beat the piss out of this guy. And then they find out that actually that's his mom's husband. And they ride for killing these two little kids that run the country. Or the empire. I'm so lost on my own beans.
Yeah.
And then basically what happens is they try to get him out of jail. It doesn't work. Fucking Macronus, whatever, I forget which one of them, fucking Pedro Pascal Acacius, gets thrown into jail because of it. Then he does get to fight his ass, but he's like, I'm not going to kill you anymore because you're actually sick because you like my mom a lot. And then, I don't know. This one's going terribly.
Yeah, then there's some.
And then the fight happens. And then it's just like the other movie. Same thing.
Yeah, well, it ends in a happy ending. Where you cut Denzel's arm off, and then you are now in charge of
Denzel ends up getting power because he's a crazy-ass arms dealer, and they like the two war fuckers, love him because he's got all these cool-ass gladiators. So he like gets power with them, makes the monkey-brained one kill his brother, and he's like, now you're king, but I'm actually king. And your monkey-ass monkey is second king.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite parts.
And then so now he's basically effectively the emperor. Denzel is, and then now Lucius has to kill his ass because he wants to be emperor. And then he gets the army on his side. He's like, this guy fucking sucks. Everyone's like, he does suck.
So then you know both armies are gonna fight each other.
Yeah, and then at one point
they're not sure about fighting each other.
The end of the movie, these two diametrically opposed armies are ready to fucking kill each other, and then some kid who they can't hear all the way in the back is like, don't do it. I'll kill this guy, right? I'll cut his arm off. And they're like, yeah, sounds all right. We won't do it. And then they probably had to play a game of telephone. Like, hey, the little kid over there, that's fucking Marcus Aurelius' grandson.
Yeah.
Let's not fight. And they're all like, all right, bet. That's really the end of the movie.
And
those are one of the worst scenes I've done.
Well,
it's a tough one. That's because this movie's insane.
I was like, much like the movie, it was a little conflated. There's too much going on in this second one.
Yeah.
And it's hard to keep up with, and there's a lot of wacky names, and there's a couple times too many people.
Those are real Roman names. What are you doing?
There's too many wacky names.
As an Italian man. As a proud Italian man.
No, we did some testing.
Again.
We tested the market here on names, and I think that we've come to a good place and gotten rid of some of the. We've trimmed the fat to say.
I'll be called Lucius today. But yeah, Macronus, real motherfucker. He actually was.
No, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of names to keep up with in this movie because there's too many central characters. I think, kind of pulling at the plot, and I think we could have boiled it down. We didn't need to know everybody's name, but we had to know everybody's name in this new one, and it was a lot.
I think I know a few of them more. Gaeta is one of the emperors.
We're just naming characters.
Yeah, I was like, we don't need to just name
Calcar is the other emperor.
I think we've done enough plot exposition for this.
Listen, I think about Rome a lot. I'm a Rome guy.
Yeah.
My man's thinking about the Rome.
Yeah, I was like, if you don't have all the Rome names memorized, this movie is gonna just slide right by. You're not gonna be able to get it. It's gonna be.
So what I'm gathering is that you guys did not rock with this movie too much.
I mean,
I haven't spoken on this yet. Keep going.
I think that there was a lot of good elements, but there was just too much. It was a little oops all berries. Like there's just too much of a thing. Like I needed a bit more space and time, and this movie was just like I feel like every Ridley Scott movie is basically there's probably an amazing 4-hour cut somewhere.
Yeah.
And like all these movies are always too big for what the theater can hold because it's like 2.5 hours and it's a lot to deal with.
Tharp's review, oops all berries. Gladiator 2, oops all berries.
Yeah.
Brian, what'd you think?
I get that instinct to be like, because like that's how Napoleon was. Obviously, that 4-hour cut did end up getting released after we saw it on Apple TV or whatever. Before I go into mine, I want to take a real quick test. What was your reaction walking out of the theater, JP?
Like how I felt about the movie?
Like, just like that impulsive, like first instinct, like.
I like that. That was fun. I thought it was fun.
Tharp?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was happy. I thought it would. I kind of thought it was going to be better, but it was a little bit more bubblegummy than I wanted. I wanted a little heavier of a film.
I asked because I walked out and I was fired up. Like,
dude, that's exactly what I'm fucking saying. Let's go.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like with this is just like first instinct. Exactly. So like, I think that the thing about Gladiator 1, Best Picture winner, it's got a little bit more like gravity and like it's pulling at a lot of different things. There's a lot of political like intrigue and like, you know, you're really emotionally invested in you know, Russell Crowe's character and like, you know, the entire thing he goes through. It's an epic. It's quite long. With this one, it felt like they were just running it back. But enough of it was there to get me across the finish line to being like, oh, that was fucking sick. Like, I think it's not as dense. There's a bunch of plot holes. I hated the retconning, but that first test of just being like walking out of the theater, having spent 2 hours, 20 minutes, I was like, I felt like I just watched like a Creed movie. I was like, let's fucking go. I got my vengeance.
Ready to throw on some sandals, grab a sword, be a Roman.
Yeah. So, like, I think I've come down from that a little bit since seeing it. But honestly, I don't know what your guys' expectations for this movie were. JP, I know you were pretty fired up about it beforehand and on episode 1 of Fellavision. But thinking about it, I was in a different place where I was like, there's no way this can be good. How can they make a movie in less than 2 months that feels like, you know, up to par with Gladiator 1? And while I think that this is like a fast food version of the Gladiator thing, I wasn't as mad as I thought I was going to be spending my time on Sunday watching it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I got a lot of feelings about this one. Like you said, I was fired up, thought it was good. And if I'm taking it in a capsule as like just a movie to watch, a lot of fun to watch, decent enough story to keep me intrigued, good. But if I'm thinking of it as like a follow-up to one of my favorite movies of all time, there's some things to talk about. Number one, and first and foremost, that title sequence was so fucking stupid. I wanted to rip my own head off.
Last week on Gladiator.
Dude, it was the title sequence where it's just like fucking little scribbled versions of the old movie, like showing scenes of like Russell Crowe just so they can get the IP in there. It's like, oh my God.
Don't get me wrong.
Fucking dumb.
Don't get me wrong. I was actively scoffing multiple times during the movie. And when you said title sequence, my mind immediately went to Gladiator, and then the 2 pops up. And that got me fucking fired up.
No, that was sick. The eye splitting into the 2, incredible pit.
Yeah, but the rest of that, like doing like the Take On Me video of the first movie.
Yeah, it was so fucking stupid.
Completely painted.
So that pissed me off rip. I think the second thing, my second problem, is the insane amount of CGI in this movie.
Yeah,
the insane amount of.
I know what you're gonna say, and I'm ready to fight you on it. Keep going.
Okay, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna say it. I just think that was stupid. And also, like, let me say this: I think the main character should have been Paul Mescal. Should have been. It wasn't.
You think it should have been him?
Yeah, it was Maximus before. This should have been the story of Paul Mescal. His story should have been written better, in my opinion.
Well, I was just like, the movie is his story. I feel like
it's not
make this movie Denzel's story because Denzel wants it to be his story.
So Denzel wins the movie.
Coup. Yeah,
he's the best in the movie.
Yeah.
Every time he's on screen, the movie's good.
Yeah.
I think that they did a disservice to the story by making it not fully about what they did with Paul Mescal's story was basically say, remember what we did with Gladiator? Remember Maximus? Same fucking story. Literally, like, his mom's going to break him out of prison or break him out of the Gladiator cell. He's going to take over an army. It's going to be the whole fucking movie exact. His story is carbon footprint the same. And I swear to God, I can't think of many more scenes where he wasn't either in a jail cell or fighting some sort of animal.
Yeah.
That was Paul Mescal's part in this movie.
Yeah, he fought a monkey, bro. That was sick.
It was
What
sick.
do you-
No,
It was sick.
I am anti monkey scene. Like when I
Why?
went back
That's
and
crazy.
I watched the OG scene where they do the first fight of the Gladiator
So much
thing,
better.
I was like, when you walk out and there's like all these like fucking Mad Max looking knight dudes, just like bad dudes to fight, and he
Yeah.
like beats the hell out of them.
Yeah, they don't make it
I'm like,
scary.
Yeah, I was like, that scene is fucking awesome. And then the CGI monkeys, I'm like, I don't know. I like, it felt like 2014 graphics, and I was just like, I don't need to see a digital monkey fight. I don't know. I would have rather him fought real people, because all the real fighting was badass.
I feel like I had my issues with the movie, for sure. Those being a few. I've got a few more I won't go too deep into right now. My general gut reaction, though, is I think this is a fine enough follow-up. It definitely does not come anywhere near to the quality that Gladiator was,
Yeah.
and therefore probably won't be getting any Best Picture nods.
It's not getting anything.
But I thought it was a fun 2024 action movie for the bros to get jazzed about. That's my kind of action movie.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious, all right, bet. No, I'm here for a different type of guys getting all hyped up about strength and honor, fighting fools.
Yeah.
I like that type of shit. And they got me with this one.
I want to talk a little bit about the look of this movie based on just what Tharp, you were saying that Jane was remarking on about how old the movie looks.
Yeah.
Aside from some crazy monkey CGI, I did kind of feel, I just wanted to talk about it and like see how you felt, because I thought that obviously this is like a violent movie, and it's like a pretty insane, like there's a lot of crazy set pieces and stuff like that. Obviously the Coliseum is wild, but then you think about compared to like a Marvel movie or like something that's like a little bit more sci-fi from like recently, this movie feels a lot like it feels removed from those kind of things.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like I appreciated that about the movie.
Yeah.
And I want to know what you guys thought.
It definitely was a very hard R. Like, it was
Whoa, dude. What the hell?
like, yes, it was hard
What
R.
was that? Oh, dude, I thought you were being chill this time.
Hard R flick.
What were you trying to say? I don't even get it. Like
Rated,
R-rated?
R-rated. That's the bit there, is to say hard R. For
Okay,
the rating.
solid bit.
Yep, I'm trying to get people fired up in the comments. But like literally, I feel like there was a lot of like people covering their eyes in the theater. There was like
Some gross shit.
gasping, and I was like, there are times where I'm just like, ugh, like this
Yeah.
is too much, like wounds. And
Apparently,
shit like
they cut from the first viewings of this movie, cut a bunch of shit. Like the scene where Macronus, Denzel's character, is helping Calcara kill Gata, like with the fucking, like he's like taking his hand and making. Apparently, that was like all shot on him. Speaking of 16 fucking cuts,
Oh.
it's like just meant to be like you're seeing his body get cut up.
Yeah,
And there's like a few other things that they just cut out because of that.
Hell yeah.
that was a pretty intense scene as is. Like there was a
Yeah.
lot of blood and stuff like that. I wonder what a more intense version looks like. That's probably
It was apparently
crazy.
much longer of him just like
Mm,
slashing him the
longer
fuck
would
up.
be tough to sit through.
The scene of him like stabbing Gata or Calcara in the ear with the needle
Oh, that
is
one
like
was
much more
gross.
gruesome
Ooh, I
in
did not
the
like
original
that.
cut.
That was gross.
Yeah. So yeah,
I forgot about that one.
definitely. I'm not gonna say what you said, but definitely an R-rated flick.
I'm just talking about a hard R-rated flicks.
Yeah, fair enough. I feel like to speak to the CGI thing, I do think it was removed from like today's CGI. But for instance, one thing that pissed me off a lot. So like I thought it was sick that they flooded the Coliseum. That's a historically accurate thing that happened. They did flood the Coliseum to have like fake naval battles. I'm pretty sure they didn't have 500 fucking sharks in there though. Like
The sharks look
huge
awful.
goddamn sharks.
That is a big part of my oops all berries, because it was just like, well, what if we flooded the thing? and there were sharks. And then it was like, okay, the guy gets shot with an arrow, falls off, and then like a shark instantly
So
bites him. And I was
stupid.
just like, this is a little bit like Sharknado
They might have had
vibes.
sharks up in there though.
No, but I was just like, if you're gonna use the sharks, like the tiger scene in the OG one, like every time they open up a door and you see the like chain that's holding a tiger,
Yeah.
like it builds the tension and makes the scene like
Nope.
really cool.
20-foot sharks. Instantly.
No, but it was like there's a whole bunch of tiger sharks. They're fucking eating people if they fall in. But the other one is like every tiger that gets released, the Coliseum gets smaller because you can't go anywhere. And it was just like they're having to fight these fucking tigers. And I was like, this scene is incredible. And the shark scene is like fun. But
Yeah.
but I was like, give me a Jaws moment where I'm like, you know, oh my God, is he gonna make it out of the thing? Is he gonna make it under the land? Or it was just like falls off in the water, gets eaten. It was very Sharknado kind of.
I was caught up with the idea of them actually like, how would that work? Like these Romans are like they got some ingenuity, but how the fuck are they getting a shark, wrangling that fucker into a tank of some kind of Roman ass tank? Yeah, did they catch that fucker with? How did they get those sharks in there, dude? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they got
scene.
boats. You can get boats in there. Guess what? There's sharks on the boats. You caught them.
Caught him. Just toss him in the boat, dude.
Yeah, it's like fishing poles since the beginning of time.
Easy. I will say the best CGI animal, rhino, incredible.
The
scene.
rhino
I
scene
did
was
really
fucking
like the
sick.
rhino scene.
Yeah, I was like, I did fuck with like a guy riding a rhino. That was awesome.
Making a rhino run into a wall, breaking his whole shit. Literally got Tweety Bird flying around his fucking head.
Yeah, I don't know why they spent time, but they had a little crane land on the rhino after it's like ran into the wall and like fucked up its like
Dude, I
nose.
literally just told you it's on some Looney Tunes shit. He's like, remember that fucking shit where you run in, you got a little fucking bloop and then a bird
Maybe the
flying
bird
around
wasn't
it?
real. Maybe we were just experiencing it from the rhino's perspective. That the
But
bird
they're
was
like,
just
this
flying
is-
around his head.
This is a great
It's like
use
zoinks.
of $8,000.
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, the CGI, I think the way the movie looked, the CGI did take me out of it a few times. I think the shots of Rome though were very great. Like they did a good job of doing
Well,
that in the original Gladiator.
Yeah.
But like this one, the Roman Forum, all that shit looked fucking awesome.
You know,
Yeah, when there weren't monkeys and sharks and stuff like that
Yeah.
being involved, like I think this movie like it worked pretty well, which is like saying something to come 20 years after.
yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
like the original.
Speaking of the boat scene, the Colosseum in the first one, 20-foot gates. Because they wanted to bring boats in there. Like, fuck it, we got to make 30-foot gates.
Yeah.
So now they made, like, the Colosseum is actually even bigger than it was in the original. Like, everything is bigger and better. And they really built out, like, a fucking giant Colosseum in Morocco, I think.
Holy shit.
Like,
That's
I
sick.
saw
Yeah.
some behind-the-scenes footage. And I'm like, they literally have, like, a 180 of it. And it's just like, holy shit. They, like, fucking
Editor's
go-
note, toss a clip on there, dude.
Yeah, put it down here. Look how sick that looks.
Look at that fucking thing. Yeah, no, that is sick. But yeah, they did that in real life. In,
I mean,
in
they built
ancient
out-
Rome, they flooded the Colosseum, put ships in that bitch.
I will say, like, to that, just talking about the bigger and better aspect of like the Coliseum fights or whatever. If this movie comes out in 2004, if it's like an actual sequel to Gladiator, and like that first trailer drops in like the spring, and you see the fucking water-filled Coliseum,
You're
you're
losing
like,
your shit.
oh
Yeah.
my fucking, it's biggest movie in the world. Like,
yeah, it's like if they had
fuck
made,
Spider-Man
I
2.
mean, imagine if they had
Definitely.
done that back in the day and like fucking flood. Actually, they did flood out like a fucking backlot studio in LA to like shoot some of that boat shit.
Oh.
Like, so some of that's actually real. It's kind of
That's
fucking
sick.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm back and forth on this movie. But yeah, I think it looked great in terms of, except for the animals, looked great.
Speaking of things that don't work, what do you guys feel about the retcon of how they tied this movie into the first movie? And did that work for you? Do you think that there's a way that this movie could have done without it?
Two things.
Yes.
I think number one, so in the original movie, I didn't remember this. I couldn't recall if like Lucilla and Maximus had any sort of I remember them like talking a lot, and I know that she
There's
had a
one
thing for him.
sentence that the entire plot of the second movie is it is
Are you talking about the
focused
fact
on.
that it's his son?
it's not his son. Like it's barely implied that
Yeah.
Lucius is his son.
In the original.
Yes.
Yeah. So this movie being like, no, that's your son is that was a bit of a stretch to me. And then, yeah, I feel like that, and then the scene where he like where she like sends him off, like because they literally cut into the fucking end of Gladiator, and like now she runs off because they carry the bodies away and then
Yeah.
they run off. I hated that shit.
It was so bad.
I thought it was in the moment. I was like, oh, cool. To be fair, I
Yeah.
did think like, oh, that was cool. Thinking back, I'm like, don't fucking do that dumb shit.
Yeah.
Don't
What were
fuck
they?
with my
What were
movie.
they even running from? Like, it's
I feel like I almost would have seen like Shoddy in the reenactment scene of how bad it was to like use different actors in that scene and like
Yeah.
change the color grading and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching Lifetime or like Forensic Files right now.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
be like, this is what happened in between.
Mm-hmm.
It felt insane, really strangely like timed in the movie to just be like, oh, and by the way, like this is how this happened.
yeah.
Yeah, a little
It
crazy.
did not work for me at all.
I feel like I didn't need that at all. I mean, maybe we needed like him leaving the city, but it didn't need to be in that exact moment for sure.
Yeah.
I
was
think
the
this
choice.
movie can run the 95% of the same playbook if the Paul Mescal character is not tied to the lineage at all. And I think that is like a jingling keys flashing a light in someone's face to be like, this is why you need to care about this guy.
No, I
Yeah.
liked that. I liked that he was like that he was Lucius. I liked that he is Marcus Aurelius' grandfather and that like there's an emperor bloodline there. I thought that was cool. But I thought that should have, if they're gonna do that, it should have had more focus. Like the movie should have been more centered around him
Yeah.
and not like 5 different fucking plots.
You know what movie I think kind of does this, like a twist on this really well is Blade Runner 2049, to speak of Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Where the Gosling character thinks that he has this lineage,
Yeah.
and in reality, it's all been like baked into his mind and like literally like forced there to like drive him to his purpose.
Yeah.
Which is like a much more interesting play on this than just being like, oh no, you like your fucking grandfather was the the emperor or whatever.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
even
mean,
bring
what-
up like Denzel's character's like, oh yeah, I read his meditations. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
We could have done the Blade Runner 2049 shot. Like he finds out that he's not like of the lineage. He's just another guy, and he just lays on the stairs, and ash comes down instead of snow.
So even though like there were too many plots, I do think Denzel's plot was kind of sick.
Well,
I thought that like the idea of they like Black Panthered this shit where like Michael B. Jordan's character is like the like forgotten, hated character. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
coming back for revenge. That the revenge plot of Macronus was sick. Like where he's
Yeah.
like, no, I was one of your father's slaves. I was a gladiator. I was forced to do these things. Fuck Rome. I'm burning this bitch to the ground. That was fire.
I wish that Denzel just became the fucking guy. Like if he wouldn't have like killed the mother with the arrow, like
He had
fuck
to be
it,
he had to be a foe of some kind though.
But I mean, like, what if he took over Rome? It would have been fucking sick.
It was funny that everyone like in the theater and just like in this thing is like, oh, Denzel Washington's here. Oh, his character is sick as fuck. And then yeah, exactly like you said, he needed to be the foe, and it honestly like ends up being like a pretty cool like switch to just be like, oh, I'm actually like you're my enemy now. But it's a funny thing because like for the first 75% of the movie, you're just like, oh, this guy's awesome.
Yeah,
And it's
rooting
just
Yeah, I was
because
like, I'm
it's Denzel
rooting for this
Washington.
guy, and I don't want to see his arm get chopped
That's the
off.
problem for me though. I like that. I mean, because he did such a great job. We rooted for him. It should have been rooting for Paul Mescal's character, which I wasn't. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, this fucking guy.
Damn. Now, if the movie had gone the way I would have, it was like fucking Denzel kills Paul. Boom.
like fucking
And guess
immediately
what? Yeah, it's just like
badass.
let the guy die for the Roman idea. You know,
Yeah,
the light of Rome.
What'd you guys think of Pedro Pascal?
I
love
think
that boy.
Pedro Pascal, like he's fucking killing it on the fucking sword. Like he was fucking going, like fucking
He
slicing
looks
people up.
so fucking cool.
When they were like doing that first battle scene, which is like fucking insane, where they're like fucking heaving like lava rocks or whatever the fuck, like big fire things, and boats are hitting walls. Like he's fucking going in there and just like fucking everybody up. It's awesome.
Yeah, I
Shit
mean,
rocks.
he looked super hot. Lucilla's getting hot fucking boys, dude. She's got Russell Crowe,
Yeah.
then Pedro.
But
She's good. She's
she-
doing great.
She kind of wasn't that great, I feel like, in the movie.
No,
like
she-
I was like,
she
this
did
is your
terrible.
long lost son, and also this is your fucking guy. He just came back from war, and you're just like, hey, let's go.
Well, keep in
fucking-
mind, like her role is. I think she didn't do too great of a job, but
She's
her
the worst
role
in the
is
movie.
super fucking important. She is the character that like supposed to bring everything together emotionally. Like she's the connection between the first movie and this movie.
Yeah,
She
but,
is that person.
Like the cell scene, the OG scene is so intense. Like there's like a tension between her and Russell Crowe, and he's
Yeah.
fucking chained up and shit like that. Then she's with her son, and he's like, "Fuck you!" Like I'm not really that guy.
He literally says, "Mom, get the fuck out of my room."
Yeah, and it's just like
He
this.
tells her to get out of his room, dude.
I don't know. I feel like she really like phoned it in. It's like, yo, this is your son. You fucking sent out.
Yeah, you should be
Like
freaking the
you should
fuck
be
out.
like grabbing this guy. Like oh my god, it's you. Like,
Like
I
you
don't
see
know.
her notice that it's him in the Coliseum. She does not react the way you would react in
I'm
that
just like,
situation.
She was one of the weak links of this movie.
It's not really. I feel like the writing.
It's
is
like
kind of on
Monkey, her.
that. Fuck you, dude. Hail Dondas.
Oh, I do like Dondas.
We're hailing Dondas.
No, I'm talking about
Monkey
the,
is number one.
That guy, that's a real monkey, right?
Yeah,
Or
Dondas is a real monkey.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, that CGI is fucking insane. If,
We're hailing
if
Dondas.
the little monkey
On this
Dondas-
podcast, we hailed Dondas.
Yeah,
But yeah, shout out to the. What do we think of the Emperors?
the emperors.
Where are we at?
Yes.
Are we? No, you have to start here.
Oh yeah, sorry here.
Yeah, we're here for the fucking Emperors. They were sick as fuck. Those little bastards. Why did their eyes look like that? though?
They had syphilis.
Were they syphilitic?
That's the whole reason why.
Is that why he's got a monkey brain?
So there's two of them, and originally Barry Keoghan was cast as that character, and I feel like
He would've fucking killed
they
it.
literally were like, we have to put two actors in to fix this.
I do think that that's real. Those two emperors are
No,
real.
but I'm just saying that
historically.
when he was cast, I don't know if that was in the plot or whatever, but Barry Keoghan was apparently going to be the emperor.
I thought the kid who was like nuts did a great job. Like he was
nuts.
He played such an idiot, and he was so good at it. Then I was
I
like,
like
"There's
both
no
of
way
them.
that guy's not." He went full Simple Jack for this movie. Let's be honest. He went full Tropic Thunder Simple Jack,
Yeah.
and he did a great job of it.
That's Fred
Maybe he's getting
Hetchinger
best
from the
supporting
White
role.
Lotus.
Yeah, he's in White
among other
Lotus.
Oh,
things.
White Lotus, that's what it was. Yeah.
We were talking about this with Jeff. He was the kid in the original White Lotus who like learns to row. He's like a little shithead in
Yeah.
that, so he did a great job being a little shithead in this.
Yeah, and then
You know,
Joseph
they were
Quinn
like-
from Ironclaw is the other one.
He was
Wait,
in
what?
Ironclaw?
Yeah, he's
Who did
the. Oh wait, no. I'm fucked up. He's not an Ironclaw. He
Okay, I was
is
gonna say.
Stranger Things.
He's
guy.
he's
Stranger
the,
Things.
He's the fifth brother that got cut out of the Ironclaw movie.
He just looks like Harris Dickinson a little
He
bit.
does, yeah.
I
So
can see
and
that.
he looks super tall compared to the little emperor.
Yeah,
So
well, they're
that's
not
where I was at.
twins. Actually, in real life, Calcara, the weird little one, is the older brother.
Oh, weird.
But he did really kill him for real.
We got another Quiet Place Day One alum.
Okay.
He is
Oh,
also
hell yeah.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah, he killed his brother in real life, pretty much immediately as soon as they took power, and ruled for 6 years.
Can you imagine
read this
being
earlier today.
stabbed in the ear to death? Ugh.
Yeah, don't do
Yep.
that to me,
Like
dude.
Denzel? Come
Just
on.
cut my throat or something.
Shoot me with an arrow.
My favorite thing about them is that they basically took the Commodus Joaquin Phoenix character and split him in half.
Yeah.
And
Commodus
then we're just
part
like,
two of them.
yeah, just deviate, and then like one of them gets one part of your personality, and the other one gets the other one, and they kind of have the same vibe of like a little cousin that like watches too much YouTube
Yeah.
and like has way too much money and like I don't know, just fucking like does Kai Cenat style things.
Yeah, I was
to
gonna say,
people.
they're definitely crashing Lamborghinis on the highway.
One of them reminds me
Yeah.
of my nephew's cousin, Doug. Big time. Speaking of little, exactly what you said, little cousin. Doug is one of these kids, dude. Shout out to Doug.
Doug's not a
tell
child's
Doug.
name.
I said shout out.
Little
but-
Doug core.
Yeah. Shout out to Doug. He's definitely the older brother in this movie. He's got that energy for sure.
Do you
But
think
yeah,
they
I like.
shower with bathing suits on and have a robot that brushes their teeth and shit? What's the ancient Rome version of that?
I don't know. Having some guy hold your hand as you kill your brother.
Yep, there you go. That's it.
That's it.
Classic.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like definitely I would watch this again. It was fun. I don't know whether I think it could have been done better, obviously, but in 2024, that's a fine enough follow-up for Gladiator. I think it was good.
But I mean, it has been a little bit. Ridley's been on fine enough. You know, I didn't see House of Gucci.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I
fit
feel like
in his
he's not
lineage
like
that well.
as a master right now. He's putting out like above mid. He's making movies. They're good enough, and they make enough money. but he's not making like masterpieces anymore. There's no more like this is his best film. This is not his Killers of the Flower Moon. Like,
Yeah, I really thought this was gonna be Paul Mescal's like breakout role.
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna be huge after this, and
Yeah.
then maybe not.
I think the Paul Mescal thing, I think I appreciate his performance more than the general public is kind of reacting to it. I think he did a really good job playing this like stoic soldier character
Yeah.
who is like really driven.
Who
Yeah.
literally looks Roman as fuck, by the way. He's even like, sorry, I'll let you go. I have a point, but I'll.
Yeah, in order to play that role right, you need to have a quietness about you that he does really well. And like he's getting acted off the stage by Denzel Washington. It's like, no, they're different characters. He's like literally following the lineage of this Russell Crowe, like
Yeah.
Maximus. Like I'm true in my convictions and I'm like sticking it out. And I thought I really liked his performance. Like I honestly haven't seen anything else from him. I missed After Sun.
What about
And I haven't
all of
seen-
Us Strangers? Have you seen that?
Didn't see that either, but
Tharp's favorite movie.
I'm in on him after this, which I think that I haven't. That's not the general reaction I've seen.
I think he did a good job with what he was given. I think, like I said, he was either in a cell or fighting animals. Like Maximus in the OG has like so many different scenes where you're like you buy into him instantly, you like root for him instantly. He's got all these different like things pulling at him. There's so much more of an interesting character than they gave him opportunity to be in this.
I
I
do
think.
want to sign up for that Planet Gladiator that he's working at. You know, the fucking
Dude, the rowing
dude,
machine.
the rowing machine.
I'll bring
is
you to
so
Snipe, dude.
Yeah, that
Snipe?
shit rocks.
I've told you about
Dude,
Snipe.
you know who I want to hang out with is fucking his drug dealer that lets him do the
Dude.
fucking opium vape.
He's ripping
Yo,
opium in
yeah.
this movie.
Yeah,
He's
That
like, let
guy
me get some
rocked.
more of that.
Oh,
The-
when he's
dude, the
sewing up
fucking-
his arm. Ugh.
Yeah, it's nasty.
the gladiator who is so good at fighting that he earns his freedom, but then stays in the empire because he gets he finds a white woman. He's literally
Yeah.
addicted to milk.
I know that vibe. But yeah, that's the Cicero in this movie, the weird little dope fiend.
Yeah.
So fucking weird. But yeah, I was gonna say, I like that Paul. One thing I thought was very stupid in this movie, and I don't know why they fucking added this, because Paul Mescal's face, very like classic Roman looking dude, but then they cut to a scene where she finds out like, oh, it's my son, and then somebody asks, oh, Denzel Washington asks like, oh, who's this? And it's like a bust of Marcus Aurelius, young Marcus Aurelius, and it's just
Yeah.
a fucking bust of Paul Mescal with like curly hair. It's like, why the fuck? That was so fucking stupid. Oh my god, it was like literally a perfect.
Cameras are always rolling, and Denzel just tossed that one out.
Dude, that means somebody had to make a bust of Paul Mescal like to a T and make it look like Marcus Aurelius. So that was so fucking stupid.
It
Anyway,
makes
I
you
just wanted to put that
appreciate
out.
some of the lineage discovery stuff they do in season 1 of Game of Thrones, where it takes like 4 episodes for them to figure out what was going on with like
Yeah.
Joffrey and all that. But again, I like this movie, but I'm not above saying that there were multiple just audible scoffs from
Yeah.
me.
Dude, the fucking bust
Like,
really
come
got
on,
me.
man.
That was them like trying to be like, no, it really is. That's really him.
Look
dude.
I mean, like, this is
It's really
it's
him, dude.
completely
Dude, look.
accurate.
So fucking stupid. But yeah, I think that's Gladiator 2, folks. I think we did it.
That
I
is-
liked it a lot.
Will you watch it again?
Yes. What about you?
I don't know. If I'm putting on Gladiator, I think I'm just putting on the OG. I just don't know if I.
I think you can back to back these.
That's long back to back.
Nah. What about you, Brian? You rewatching this sucker?
2.5 hours is a lot. I'm probably good. I might like, again, cable television doesn't really exist anymore. So
Yeah.
the idea
If
of
it's
just like
on.
throwing it, like having this like see it on is different. But
Yeah.
I bet when it goes on VOD, there'll be some funny clips on Twitter.
Yeah.
For sure.
I want to give a real quick shout out to May Kalamaui, who plays the
Is she in this?
the literal wife who dies at the beginning of the movie.
Oh my god, I
in
didn't realize
this-
that was her. Shout out to fucking the Rami star, May.
Yeah, she
Egyptian
has a soul
queen.
patch. Maybe that's why you didn't realize it was her.
Yeah.
Dude, shout out to Egypt, baby. I'm Egypt again. I'm Egyptian again. Previously in this
Yeah.
episode, I was fully
Beginning of the
Italian. I'm
episode,
back.
full Italian.
I'm
now
back.
Egyptian.
No, she's great.
Oh, what about what about the you know how they cut a lot of things out of this movie? They apparently cut out a Denzel makeout scene with another man. There's apparently a makeout scene.
Yeah, you would know that.
Yeah, check on my fucking.
You and
my
all
Reddit.
of us strangers. Damn.
They're not my
with
strangers,
who? Who did
dude.
he make out with?
I don't know.
Who do you think?
Yeah, who are we
All right,
picking?
let's-
So
no,
I
yeah,
bet you
like,
was one of the emperors. I
rank
bet
the
you was the
list.
tall emperor. He's a little sauced, little saucy boy.
You think it was the senator that he was basically fangirling
Yeah,
to?
that's who I'm thinking.
No, you're talking about the degenerate gambler.
Yeah, the degenerate gambler.
No.
I think like he's just like 1,500 off if you kiss me.
No, I feel like
Yeah,
it
he's
had
like, I'm
to
going
have
to give
been.
you a bonus bet.
It had to have been
Yeah.
the zesty emperor. It could have been the degenerate gambler, but
No, I don't think so. I think the degenerate gambler for sure.
all right, who else? If we have to pick a third, who else could he have made out with?
I don't know. Maybe just like another gladiator. Maybe there was like
Could have been
maybe
that
another
little
hot
dope fiend. Could have been that
Yeah,
little
the drug
dope
dealer.
fiend.
No, he got it.
He looks a little zest.
No, there's definitely a power dynamic. Something going
What
on.
about
Put
the
it down
monkey?
below. Who did Denzel make out
Yeah,
with?
who did Denzel kiss in the movie?
All right, y'all. That's it. We fucking did it. We'll be back next week, maybe. Yeah, next week. We'll find something.
We're trying
We're
to.
doing
we're,
fucking Wicked. Should
we're
we do
literally
Wicked?
trying to see Wicked. Is it? We're
If
trying.
we don't
to
do
see
Wicked,
it.
we'll do something else.
Oh, we also watch Real Pain before that
Oh
shit's
yeah,
gone.
that's gonna be.
That shit's gonna be gone so soon.
I know.
Brian,
a
you
shame.
seen it? Have you seen anything else recently?
I saw Conclave.
Oh,
Shit was
yeah.
Ooh, we
fucking-
do need to go see Colin.
bang.
Maybe we'll do that. All right,
Then I
y'all.
want to watch September 5.
Dude, there's a lot of good shit coming out. Shout
It's
out
been
to that
so
movie
bad
with,
for so long. Now it's getting good.
Nicole Kidman and Harris Dickinson coming out where he's just like an
Oh.
intern that doms her ass 50 Shades
Yeah,
of Grey
yeah,
style.
yeah.
Can't wait
The
for that.
A24 Nicole Kidman joint.
Dude, I love 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace out.